Hi, everybody. It's Tanya here, and I wanted to take a few minutes today while I was still sane, because yesterday I wasn't sane. I was really, really agitated and upset. And so I have an eye-opening event that happened yesterday. And for people who know me, I'm fairly tech savvy. Am I a genius when it comes to that? No. But I've been marketing for 20 years. I've been doing technology. I used to work as a advisor, sales with Apple. I'm not an idiot. So yesterday kind of threw me though, and I want to really put some warnings out there to my friends and to my family and explain what happened, and a couple of things that I've come up with that can hopefully help you from this ever happening to you. So some of you may know that I have 2 Facebook accounts. I've had them forever. I have literally had this second one since they first started coming out with business pages. And at the time I was in Virginia, I was running a night out site. So I had Baltimore Night Out and OBX Night Out, and it was this really trendy bar hopping, play music kind of websites that I was promoting. So a lot of people on there, the musicians and everybody that would come through that I was marketing to, really weren't, my friends. And it started to get a little convoluted. So I thought, you know what, let's start up another account. And again, this was before they had pages at the time, but they weren't really clear on what you were supposed to do with them or how the algorithm worked. So I started a second account. And I primarily used it over the years for, my business connections. And when I came to Florida and started into real estate, it became a lot of real estate professionals on that. And I left my other one with my maiden name on it as my personal one. So that was more personal content. And the other one was more business content. It seemed to work. So yesterday I start getting some emails, and actually it was the night before, that somebody was trying to hack into the account. Now, I'm still very hesitant on this because there are people who are sending out emails saying somebody's trying to hack into your account, but it's the hackers, and if you click on the link, then you're just, helping the problem. So I was very careful not to, but I did kind of look in at my account. Everything seemed okay. It was a unique password that was not anywhere else. I didn't see where anything was open to being hacked. So to this day, I don't know how they got it, but as soon as they got in, they put in their own email and started knocking out mine. And then they changed the password. And once you have the primary email, you can change the password. And so they changed my password so I couldn't get back in. There supposedly is still one of my email addresses is still on there, but the main email address now is theirs. So when you try to do a verification that there is a password change, you want to change the password so I can get back in, it's sending it to them, not me. And they're in Hanoi, Vietnam. So anyway, so here's my account that was taken, and it has a lot of business groups on there and pages, and I'm starting to get a little panicky, and I'm texting Sienna, and anybody who knows my daughter Sienna knows that that's her job, social media. And I said, you need to figure out how to get me into Facebook. I need to talk to a human. And she's like, Mom, it says to just go to Facebook/hacked and, do it online. And I was like, so I started that. And crazily enough, it wants the password. You've been hacked, but here's your password. But they've already changed the password. So it wasn't working for me. And I was like, I can't, nope. So I said, see if you can get me a number. Well, there was no number on Facebook. And of course, she's working, but she's trying to help her mom. And she gives me a phone number. She said, here, Mom, call this phone number. So I call this phone number, and the phone number is like, hi, Facebook customer support. How can we help you? And I was like, oh, great, customer support. That's exactly what I need. And I was like, my account's been hacked. It's been taken over by somebody. They asked me for like my username, which was, public information. Anybody can go to the top and see a username. And I don't remember what else they might have asked. They might have done my birthday. But again, if anybody looks back on your profile, they know the birthday. And so we're not talking like I gave them my social security number at this point. And I'm like, okay. And again, I called them. This was supposedly a number to Facebook. They weren't like randomly calling me. I was calling them. And so I went ahead and they were like, all right, yeah, it looks like your account has been hacked. We can see like people trying to access it from Maryland. And she gave me a list of places. Now, looking back on it, she could have been looking at my account, seeing all the places I travel, because weirdly, Maryland, Virginia, Texas, all of this is where people I know, they seem to be accessing it. Are you there right now? And I'm like, no, I'm in Florida. I'm not accessing it from Texas. If somebody's doing that right now, it's not me. And she's like, oh, okay, well, you're definitely been hacked. So we are going to have one of our experts give you a call. Your phone is going to start ringing right now. Answer the phone, and this guy is going to walk you through the process. And I thought, oh, thank God, kind of thing. And because people know that I'm, kind of do a lot of IT, a lot of tech. In the past, with like Go High Level, some of the programs I work on, I have had to connect my computer to somebody who can see my screen. It's pretty common. They can, back when I had a problem with Go High Level, they found the error like that. So when the first thing this guy said was, I'm going to need to see your screen to be able to help you walk you through this, I didn't get too many red flags. The first red flag came when he asked me something about the banking, and I said, oh, let me look on my computer. He's like, no, I need it to be on here. Okay. So anyway, what ended up happening, and it made sense at the time, because he's like, all right, it looks like they're moving, they're laundering money through your account. He said, we can see funds going this and that, and Venmo is attached to PayPal. And I did know that. Venmo is owned by PayPal. And I also knew that my 2 bank accounts were on there. He said, pull up your Venmo. And I pulled up my Venmo, and you can see the 2 bank accounts that I have on there. Now, it's last 4 digits in the name of the bank. You can't see the whole account number. Nothing I did on my screen could have shown him any of my account numbers, credit cards, any of that stuff. So thank goodness. I don't even put in passwords. I use Face ID. So it just, rolled on up. But he said, yeah, I can see where this is like they're being transferred, and we need to stop this. So let's go into one of those bank accounts and let's see if they're starting to take money. So I did that. Okay, I went into our bank account again. He couldn't see anything. I mean, you could see the amounts. And he's like, I think you need to transfer some money between this account and this account. Let's see if this, because he said he sent me $1. I sent you a test dollar. Are you seeing it? And I was like, no, I'm not seeing it. He's like, well, let's transfer money. Now, he was just moving it between 2 checking accounts that we own. It wasn't a big deal. I moved money from one, put it back, just kind of, that was it. Thinking back on it now, what he was trying to do was kind of confuse me and make me seem like this was normal to have somebody telling you to move your money, okay? Because it gets worse. So I was like, okay. And then he's like, well, let's go look at the Venmo. So at this point, when he's like got me moving money, I go to Michael and I'm like, Michael, this isn't making any sense to me. I don't know how this is fixing my Facebook. And I was very upset. I was agitated, like spinning off the rails. If you've ever done fight or flight and you're in that stress state, you don't think correctly. Okay, a lot of this that I'm telling you, I had to calm down and think through and figure out what the hell he was doing. But at the time, my fight or flight was through the roof. And I was just upset. So Michael's always more calm. So I go to him and I'm like, you need to help me with this. And so he gets on the phone with the guy. And he's like, all right, go to her Venmo. And now Michael's got his Venmo and my Venmo. And we're just moving money back and forth in our Venmo accounts. Okay, from his account to my account. Now, at this point, this guy is still not touching anything. He can't access it. Okay, it's just Michael's money to my money. We're on the same accounts kind of thing. It got a little weird, but I'm like, I have no clue what he's doing. And now, like, I've really got some red flags going. And then the guy is like, well, there is a $25 fee Venmo's going to charge you to move this back into your bank account. We don't want you to have to pay that. And so I'm going to put in our Facebook debit card, and we will take care of those fees for you. Now, you got to remember, I had thought I called Facebook. All right. So here we go. I thought I called Facebook, and now this guy is like, Facebook's going to cover $25 fee from Venmo? Huh? That's not making any sense. So he's like, I'm going to give you this debit card number, and you attach it to your Venmo account. Okay. Red flags. No. So we're like, why? That makes no sense to us. We're not doing that. And he's like, oh, but you've got to, this is the only way this is going to work. We're going to take care of these fees for you. It's $25. I don't give. Whatever, let's not get kicked off Facebook. But I didn't give a crap at that point of $25. Because at this point, there's been money going back. And when we're like, my Venmo account, by the time it came, Michael and I got it straightened out, back to Venmo, there was $9,000 in there. And had I put that man's debit card in my Venmo account, he would have been able to transfer that money to him. Yep. My $9,000 could have gone into his debit account. I'm pretty sure. That was the whole game plan right there. So, anyway, here is what happened. There are scammers. We found an NPR report. There are scammers out there that are saying that they are Facebook customer support phone number and that they will help you get unhacked from Facebook. That's what they say. That's what Sienna found through a Google search. Let me help you. There is no phone number to call for Facebook. So if you see it, it's a scam. You're calling into some scam place and they are hooking you up with somebody else who's going to try to take as much money from you as you possibly can while you just are in a panic state because of your Facebook account. So don't do it. Okay, you have to go through the hack thing. You can try a couple ways. I finally got through. I finally reported it. I had to calm down a bit, but yeah. So that whole thing where I kept thinking, I was like, Michael, I initiated this call. I called Facebook. How did this scammer get in here? I'm not getting it. Until Sienna sent me a report from NPR that said that they were publishing. And it was like on the top. She said, Mom, it was like a sponsored ad on the top of Google. She's like, it was in 2 places. It was even the AI had come up with this phone number. So they got it really buried out in Google, their wrong phone number. But don't call Facebook. The other thing I realized through all of this is that we are so exposed on social media. We have just tied all of our lives into this. I will probably never reactivate my Venmo account. I got all the money put back. I got it down to 0. Everything's good, hunky-dory. Didn't take a dime back in my safe bank account. In the process of changing every password I ever owned. But at this point, I don't know if I'll ever turn it back on. I used to use it for sales on, Facebook Marketplace. Somebody came and picked up stuff. They were very comfortable doing Venmo. I don't know. I think you're just going to have to take your butt to the ATM or whatever and get me cash because it's going to be a while before I ever start using it again. And I'm also not sure if I want my businesses that I'm in the process of launching, Side Money Tribe, the custom gifts, everything that I am creating right now has redundancy. Okay. And that is really important because I saw a guy the other day. He was on Facebook and he's like got tears and he's reels. And I assume he was on TikTok who he was talking about, but I don't really get on TikTok. But he said, I had 850,000 followers, and they just decided to shut me down for no reason. And I lost everything. I have no way of contacting them. I mean, he was just literally like, just shut down. And the same thing's going on with Skool, Skool. It was a membership site that's promoted a lot. I've actually started a couple on there. But the problem is, the only way you can take money inside of Skool is through their, not your Stripe. You have to like sign up inside their Stripe so they can control the money coming to you. So if you do something they don't like, it's not just that they'll shut down your Skool because they own it all. They'll just stop your money flow, which I have heard about in a couple of cases. So all my memberships are going over to someplace else too, because I don't need somebody with that much power over my income with my membership and my communication. And let's face it, some of us put all our eggs, business-wise, marketing-wise, in one or two baskets, and they control it. They can shut it down. My store. We're launching a really cute store. It's like custom gifts with love. It's going to have a Shopify account, and I just got signed up as a reseller on Amazon, so it'll be on Amazon as well. But I'm not trusting just one or the other. I will have this in two places so that my livelihood cannot just be shut down by one company who has control. This, like I said, with even like my Business Builder back end, which does most of the social media, the CRMs, the websites, the marketing. It's like a Business Builder back end, and now we're moving the memberships over there too. It doesn't matter. The CRM that I'm going to have from there is actually going to be sending everybody just over to MailChimp. So I have my database in two places. Now, the one thing about that, Go High Level, Business Builder Backend, all of that stuff, is they really don't shut people down. I mean, I'm on a gazillion forums. I've been using them for a couple of years. They're all over the world. And as long as you're not literally breaking laws, like major laws, they don't care. So it's a safer place than Skool or some of this other stuff. And yes, I'm going to be on social media, and yes, I'm going to put some stuff out there. But I also just joined Blue Sky, thanks to somebody I was watching. Kathy Rose said, I just joined Blue Sky. And I'm like, what is that? So it's another social media. And, again, I'm going to have my content in more than one place because it's important for me to get the message out. I mean, the Side Money Tribe is going to help people who want to earn extra money with extra jobs or hobbies or businesses, and we're going to come together and work together to help build some extra side money because God knows everybody needs it nowadays. And I have something else that is starting up, and it's called Connective Rising. And it's not a business. It is truly a movement to try to get people to go back to doing connections, to realize that we are a connected community, that we need to care about each other, that we need to connect, that we need to stop this pendulum from going back and forth with extreme left and extreme right. And we need to come together and say, we're a community that cares about each other. And, if I have to build that within all of this craziness, then that's what I have to do because, it's something I'm very passionate about. And if not me, who? And if not now, when? So that's it. Please be careful out there. Careful with your information. Double check the emails and the information that's on your Facebook account. And good luck. Sorry. Bye.